I better find this just so we can talk about it for a second. But yeah, Paul honored the sacrificial system. The book of Acts in Acts 2 or 3 says that they went to the hour of prayer, which involved sacrifice during the hour of prayer. So yeah, just a thought about the sacrificial system. I'm going to find that verse about Paul and the Nazarite vow. So it's Acts 21 verses 20 through 26. And it reads, "Do therefore whatever we tell you. We have 4 men who are under a vow," and this is likely a Nazarite vow. It's not explicit in Scripture, but it says, this is James talking to Paul, "Take these men, purify yourself along with them, and pay their expenses, so that they may shave their heads." That's why we think it was a Nazarite vow, because that's kind of the only one in the Torah that involves shaving the head. "Thus all will know that there is nothing in what they have been told about you, that you yourself live in observance of the Torah." Because there was a big debate of Paul teaching Gentiles to not observe the Torah, and James was like, hey, to prove that you are doing what the Torah says, go pay for these men, shave your own head, then people see you around town with a shaved head and at the temple and know that you're Torah observant. But yeah, I just think it's interesting to note that Paul himself honored the sacrificial system even 20, 30 years after Jesus died and resurrected and ascended, and he was still under Jesus' leadership and lordship during this. This is way after his transformation. So a Nazarite vow involved a burnt offering, a sin offering, and a peace offering, which all could be bought and paid for at the temple. So Paul's participation in this wasn't for atonement of sin, but rather a public gesture to show that he was not teaching Jews or Gentiles to forsake the Torah. And this was in order to preserve the unity among Jewish believers in Jerusalem who were zealous for Torah, which it makes sense. They were a lot closer to the temple and were more observant, and Paul was going to these different locations way far away from Jerusalem and Israel and telling these people that, hey, you need to follow Torah, just not exactly like they do in Jerusalem. Like, it's complicated. Even Peter